This was the old movie theater. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, that's crazy. There's like the old ticket booth, and the shit's so old it's got like E.T. prints on it. Phone home. Phone home. That's pretty cool. And there's me. Hey. Hey subscribers and viewers. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for watching. What is up, YouTube? Two-Wheel Logan here. Finally out on my brand new tires on the 636. If you watched my video the other day, I was talking about what tires I was going to get. I hadn't decided on a set. Get in a fucking lane, dude. Fuck you. Couldn't decide on a set I was going to get. Finally found a great deal on a set of Dunlop Q3s. If you've been on my Instagram, you've probably seen them because I posted a couple pictures of them. They are awesome. I'm out right now. It's actually my first ride because I just got them installed last weekend, and haven't really gotten to go out and give them a good test and scrub them in. So I'm just kind of taking it easy today. Go ahead and take it easy. Dude was riding my ass earlier. Fuck you. But yeah, I'm just out here trying to get them scrubbed in. So far, I really like them. You know, you don't really notice how much tread you've worn off your tires until you get new ones, and you kind of feel how much taller the bike is. Like, it feels like a completely different bike. I think my front was a 65. Oh yeah, check this shit. I actually did find out that my front tire that was on it before, the Bridgestone, was the original stock tire that came on the bike. This bike is a 2006. That tire was almost 9 years old. So, I'm glad that I'm off of that thing and back onto a new fresh one. But, yeah, I think the original one was a 65 aspect, is that the right term? And I went up to a 70, and, you know, the front feels so much taller. My feet don't sit as flat on the ground when I come to a stop like they used to. But overall, it just feels like it feels completely different. I pulled out of my driveway and was like, "Whoa, this is very different." But I really like it. Like, they feel great. Braking feels kind of funny because they're not all the way broken in. And I'm trying to find a good empty parking lot to go to. I was going to go to this school near my house. Since it's Saturday, and there was like 2 cops just chilling in the parking lot, so that was kind of out. I don't know, I'll find somewhere to go pop into and just do some little figure 8s and bullshit. Hey look, it's my Roadhouse. I own that. You know how Jake has the mall or whatever he calls it, he used to go to all the time? Well, this is about as close as we've got to an abandoned mall. There's like 4 stores here. Slowly dying. I went down the wrong way on this thing. Hope I don't get hit. It'll work for what we need it to do. Actually, I don't like all the traffic around here. Let's see what's in the back. Besides loose gravel. Oh no! A barrier. Whatever will we do? Am I like one of you supermoto guys right now? really need is for it to be a, oh! There we go. I've never come back here before. So I hope everybody's kind of stayed safe through all this this winter storm that's kind of come through. I know I've got a good amount of subscribers from the southeast, and we kind of got our first big storm last week. They called for some snow down here. I think I got all of like 1/4 of an inch on my backyard. It wasn't really anything at all. But, it did make the weather kind of crappy, and it's been cold, so... good old Alabama weather. It was in the mid-30s yesterday, and today it's in the high 50s, low 60s, something like that. Like, I was in a t-shirt earlier, so, I don't know. But I do know it snowed pretty bad, like North Alabama and in Tennessee and everything, because it kind of affected some stuff I had going on at work. But the shitty part is that the South just isn't prepared for snow. Everybody kind of laughed at the South last year whenever like Atlanta and Birmingham got shut down and it was only like 3 or 4 inches of snow. And I'm from Virginia originally, and I can remember going to school back in college and walking through like 6 to 8 inches of snow, and they would never cancel class. But then down here they cancel it because it's supposed to be snowy or something. And then half the time it never actually does happen. But just down here, they're not prepared for it. I think last year they said they had like 300 square feet of salt for the whole county. And because of how much snow and stuff there was, they just shut down roads. And the worst part is they put down fucking sand everywhere, which doesn't really help with the traction at all. But once the snow and ice melts away, they're left with just like tons of sand on the road, and it makes it really difficult to ride around. And if you've been on the channel for a while, you probably saw some of my videos post the snowstorm down here, and like it was just awful because every time you'd go through an intersection or through a turn, there was sand all over the ground. Like, there were points I remember where I could like put my foot down and kick it, and it would be like an inch deep of just sand in an intersection or something. It's awful. So, unfortunately, they went and did that this past week because of the snow, but I only saw it on like a couple of the bridges and stuff. So hopefully once it rains, it'll wash it all away and we'll be good to go. But it just sucks. It's like today, the weather's nice and I like to get out and ride more, but I'm not going somewhere that's nothing but a sand pit while I'm on brand new tires, which hopefully these couple of laps I've done around back here will help. Like I said, this is actually a super cool area back here. And there's really there's like 4 businesses in this mall, so I don't think any of them really back up here, so they probably haven't heard me. Nor do they probably give a shit. So I'm gonna have to come back here again and do some other shenanigans. Except for the glass, that wasn't cool. Hope I didn't just fuck my tires up. So while I'm out here scrubbing my tires, I figured it's a good enough time to talk about the topic of, well, scrubbing your tires. Yesterday, I was kind of looking through some forums trying to find the best way to scrub your tires, because when I had new ones on my 250, I just kind of got out and rode around. Like, I did a lot more commuting and a lot less exciting riding, I guess you'd call it. aggressive riding. So just commuting back and forth to work kind of got them good and cleared off. But I wanted to see if there is any better methods to doing them for these, especially because they're we're gonna probably do a lot more aggressive riding, and with my little group that I ride with, and there'll be a lot of videos from them too as we get farther into the riding season. Excuse me. But what I found interesting on the forums is there are a lot of dissenting opinions on what to do while you're with your new tires to get them broken in. And there's the typical, like, people have, just come out here into a parking lot and do some tight turns and everything, and that'll get them cleaned off. And then I read a couple more that said your best bet is to do a lot of hard acceleration and hard braking, because the way the carcass of the tire, which that's a crazy word to use for tires, and I love it, the carcass. The carcass of the tire flexes more when you accelerate and decelerate. So that would cause more flex, and that flex generates more heat, which will heat up the tire and get it up to and the heat's what scrubs it off. And then you had the people talking about, well, a modern tire doesn't need to be scrubbed off like it back in olden days. The reason why they were olden days, like back a while ago, tires were always slick when they came out of the factory because they used this chemical to treat the tire to get it to break off. What's up, Jixer? I've seen that guy once or twice. Probably like, what the fuck is that guy doing back there behind the mall? But they're saying they use this solvent, chemical spray, whatever, lubricant, to get the tire to come out of the mold that it was in. And now they don't use that chemical to break them out of the mold. They just kind of I think they like their Teflon coated or whatever. I'm not a tire engineer, okay? I'm just kind of repeating what I'm getting from the good old internet. And so they say, you don't exactly need to. God, I'm getting hot in my jacket. You don't even need to go scrub them off. Like, just get them up to temperature and they're good to go. And so it was like all forums. It was this rousing debate known as people calling each other fucking idiots all the time. Because, people are like, oh, I've seen my friends go down because they had new tires. And then people are like, well, that's just because they didn't heat them up. Whatever. You can be from whatever school of thought. I'm going to come out here and do all three things because fuck it, why not? I decided to come out here and I thought I'd just ride around and do some tight circles and stuff, which my circles haven't been that tight, but I do some tight circles and I do some hard acceleration and deceleration, and I'll just try and get them up to temperature and see if that's what does it. Either way, I just want to make sure they're good and ready for the rest of riding season. I think I locked up the rear for a second there. But either way, I can't see why they'd be bad. But I just thought I'd be curious to see what you guys do when you get a new set of tires. What your school of thought is on them. Like I said, I'm just out here trying to get them ready, and I'll try whatever method works. And eventually the riding will just get it ready. But the faster we can do it, the faster I can get to actually the fun riding. All the like rusty cans and trash back here makes a good slalom to go through. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna finish up here in a minute and probably head out riding and maybe go record another vlog or two. But hope y'all enjoy the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, if you like what you see, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there at the bottom, and Promise you got a lot of fun stuff happening this year. Why did I shift up? Promise you got a lot of fun stuff coming for the rest of this year. 2015 is going to be an awesome year. And looking forward to sharing all my moto experiences with you guys. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I'll see y'all in the next one. Later!